Is he the best player in Europe right now?
Yeah.
Big argument about, obviously you've seen at the TikTok lives, we're getting asked it a lot, especially, Haaland or Mbappe.
And we're back.
Oh yes, we are.
Premier League, entertaining weekend.
It has been,
What did you make of it, pal?
Well, you were saying it yourself, a lot of shock. I think it was Rod that said it in the group, actually.
Yeah.
He goes, it's been a classic Premier League weekend. Shock results, obviously, Nottingham Forest beating Liverpool. No one's seen that one coming, right? Let's be real. Arne Slot's honeymoon period is over. The balloon's been popped after the international break, definitely been burst. United winning 3-0 against Southampton. My opinion, they weren't convincing. In your opinion, they were convincing after the first goal. We're going to get to that, obviously. Newcastle United staying unbeaten. Wolves, obviously, their opponents have had a poor start.
Very poor start.
Really poor start.
Very poor start. You know what? Going on to that, yeah, in the game itself, they made a lot of chances. Wolves.
Okay, yeah.
Lamina looked good. And I just think they should have capitalised on the chances that they made.
It seems like that's the story of the start of this season.
That striker that they've bought in, what is he called, Larson?
Yeah.
Is it Larson?
Yeah, the big fella.
He moves around quite well, his movement's really good.
End product doesn't seem to be there.
End product doesn't seem to be there, but it might just take one goal to spring him to life for him, for us to see a proper Premier League striker, because I was actually quite impressed with the movement for such a big man.
Yeah.
A few times he got...
I thought he should have done better with that header though.
He should have.
When he should have. Great, that was amazing.
What a ball by Lamina.
Lamina, yeah, fantastic ball. And at the end they were unlucky with Cunha's volley. Great save from Nick Pope.
Newcastle showing resilience again, and that's a question I've got for you. They've started unbeaten. They're one of 5 teams to start unbeaten this season, so everyone else has pretty much, lost.
I think with Newcastle, right, what you're going to ask is, can they maintain
this start, and will they be a solid contender for this season's Champions League spots?
I think European football spots, 100%. I don't want to put my neck out there. Right now, it's too early to say Champions League.
Why not though?
I don't think they got enough to them. It seems like this. You tell me, who did they sign in the summer? And they sold more than they signed, obviously. They held on to their players. Sandro Tonali is a new signing. When he came on at half-time, all 3 changes Eddie Howe made were key changes. Sandro Tonali is looking like, obviously, a new signing, 8-month ban, even for Italy. Both games against France and against the Zionists. He was fantastic. He was on top, right? I'm telling you, he's back. So that's... But other than that, right?
I think they're a well-oiled machine, Didi, if you ask me.
For me, they've been... Eddie Howe's coaching deserves more credit here, because it seems like he's had the same batch of players for 3 years. It doesn't seem like, for whatever reason, PSR definitely, that they can't seem to spend the millions that they are backed by. It's been nearly 3 seasons now, so that we expected them to... Last year, they got the Champions League. Yeah. At the start last season... Back end of the 2 seasons ago, we did a pod and you were saying, I expect these to kick on and they're going to be the next Chelsea type. But obviously the PSR rules and everything.
I thought they'd be the next City.
Next City. How do you feel about that? At the same time, I'll finish this and I'm going to throw it to you now. So how do you feel about that? In the backdrop, I've heard there's a lot of civil war going on. And this is what I was going to say. I think they're using that. Eddie Howe himself is using this.
Stavely left, didn't she?
And they use it. That was part of the deal. That 3 years. See, because they expected the Saudis, the investment to fully take place and into the squad. The infrastructure's obviously been sorted out. They've obviously got a model there that they follow. Dan Ashworth was the guy that they bought in, obviously got knocked by Manchester United. Maybe that affected them behind the scenes as well.
They've got Paul Mitchell in now.
They have, but Eddie Howe was obviously Dan's man. Let's be real. They had that little connection. They've had it previously. Brighton. It wasn't it Eddie Howe?
No, Eddie Howe was not
Southampton.
No, Eddie Howe was not at Southampton.
He wanted him somewhere. Well, are you sure Eddie Howe was in Brighton? Listen.
No, Bournemouth.
I
don't think Ashworth was at Bournemouth.
No, he wasn't at Bournemouth. He was at Brighton. No.
But going back to
what I was going to say was, when Dan Ashworth was the leader of the FA, he was always linked with Eddie Howe.
Yes.
That's what I meant. They've always had a connection.
He's always had him as a possible
candidate. Is he using it, the classic siege mentality? Has he got it going? Eddie Howe. Less signings. Everyone seemed to be against him. They seem to...
I mean, to be honest with you, he's been impressive since his Bournemouth days. The football that he had Bournemouth playing, even before they got relegated the first time, they were doing well. Then he got them back up. They did well. And then obviously Newcastle nabbed him. Now straight away, as soon as he's come in, obviously like he said, they have spent, but they haven't spent hardcore. Yeah. They've spent wisely.
100%
and that's one thing, you got to take your hat off for them, because it's rare you see a club get so much cash.
Are they being forced to spend wisely?
They probably are.
Is it through force?
No, but
circumstance.
you can see the pattern here though with Ashworth at United, because Ashworth was the one in charge of the
Hence
funds,
why I
the
gave him a
signings.
shout out, you know, in the whole thing.
Yeah, so obviously with the signings he made with Gimarayesh and
Sandro Tonali he signed, yeah.
and obviously that one
the whole
didn't
team
work
with
out, but
whoever Anthony Gordon he signed,
whoever they've signed,
Isaac
obviously
he signed.
they turn out to be decent
Yeah.
fees for young players.
Tonali is going to work out.
Yeah,
to be
of
fair.
course he is, and they've brought in good players like Anthony Gordon. A lot of people, you know,
Isaac,
they
like I
looked
said.
at the fee and this is 50 million.
I did.
It's not worth 50
We said it
million.
before the pod. No,
We
let's
also
be real.
did-
Before the camera was
also did-
rolling, I was 100%.
We
I
also
said I
did,
didn't rate this
but
guy.
I think Newcastle, they have got a good enough squad. If you look at their starting team, you got Fabian Schär nicking 5-6 goals every season.
He does, yeah, you're
They
right.
got another one now,
Great shot.
deflected, but
No, but he's always. Do you know what?
He loves a
about him?
goal.
Yeah, and he loves a shot from range.
he
So
loves
you
a
know he's
shot,
got that.
and he can attack in the box.
Yeah.
And then you got Gordon on the wings. You got Isaac, not only just scoring goals but playmaking as well.
Yeah, 100%.
That's why sometimes they compare Isaac with Haaland, and they say there's a player who's better.
And you'd say Alexander.
And
Isak.
maybe he is.
I don't
maybe.
think so. I think this season Haaland's upping his game, man.
Haaland has definitely upped his game. That's an understatement. But yeah, going back to it, so you see Newcastle as more of like a Europa League challenging team.
I think
not
top
top
7,
4.
not top 5.
Okay.
I don't want to put my head out straight away. What about you? Are you saying the Champions League got it there?
I mean, I'm not going to go with that because I'm going to have faith in my own team despite the shitness that we're in. I'm going to back us.
You did say you're going to win the league. I'm not going to let you forget that. I know it's a joke. Anyway, moving on. Harvey Barnes or John Duran goal of the weekend. Which one are you giving it to? Who are you giving it
Duran.
to? Yeah, definitely. John Duran. And on to Aston Villa. What a game. That was 2-0 down. Sean Dyche. Right?
Is he
You gave me
going
that
to
because I know you wouldn't take carry him.
Yeah, is he going to survive? That's the question that I want to pose to you, because you've always been a big backer of him.
I am.
So have I, but you've been more than me.
100%.
Because recently I even asked you, I think one game in, 2 games in, I said to you, I go,
Yeah, you did. I think on
Is
the
he
second
actually
part
gonna-
of
is he
the Premier
actually
League
gonna
pod.
pick this
And
up
I
or
said,
what?
yeah, leave him alone. He's ginger.
he says, don't worry, he'll pick you up. But that's 4 defeats now. And the damning thing about this one is you're 2-0 up.
Second game in a row, mate. 2-0 up.
Oh, shit, yeah, you are.
Exactly. So
And
that's
not just that, the quality of the opponent, you know, who you're playing against.
Aston Villa are quality.
Away.
Yeah.
They're the Champions League team, let's get it right.
And 100%
They're
they're a quality
Champions
team,
League
they're the top 6 team in the
And, you know,
Premier
they're
League.
managed by one of the, best managers going as
In
well.
Europe,
So, Dyche, what is he? I don't know what he's doing. Is it
He's
the
very
team?
uncharacter- yeah. I've never seen a Sean Dyche team lose leads the way they're losing
No.
or look as flimsy as this. So I think it's
not
the
bad.
players.
It's not the worst team in the league.
It's
though.
not, but obviously we've seen a lot of the fans get onto him early on, right in the first weekend, right? Neil Maupay, just before he went out on loan to Marseille, he posted the video. The fans were right on their back. There's not a good atmosphere at the club. There hasn't been for the last 2 to 3 years. We did think with Fahd Moshiri putting the club up for sale. I don't think that takeover has even gone through.
I don't think so.
Obviously,
I
we
don't
haven't
think
really
so.
heard
I'm
much
not
about
sure.
it. Bromley Dock, more stadiums on the horizon. And if they get relegated, what's the point of this new stadium? Is really going to go? Is it going to be a
We're talking,
contradiction?
listen, it's 4 seasons now where...
We're talking about a top 10 English club here, by the way.
Bro,
100%. Listen, Everton are a top 10 English club historically, culturally,
They might even be top 8.
possibly. You know, if you really, this is a podcast for another day where
They
you're
might
talking
even be
about
top
history.
8.
They might be in the 80s over there.
You got your traditional top 4.
Yeah,
Man City,
yeah, 5.
Aston Villa and
Yeah.
Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, and yeah, Everton possibly
I think
are there.
it's
And,
Everton.
and Tottenham with them.
No,
Maybe.
West Ham.
No, have Tottenham not won a European trophy in their history? No, they haven't. No. No, I don't know if they've won the cup.
We need to look at this
We do need to look at the London club's European heritage because Chelsea are
There's
definitely...
not much heritage
Well, it's
there.
Chelsea, you know, they got 2 Europa Leagues and 2 Champions League.
yeah.
And look when their heritage started after
That's why the
2000.
Northwest,
It's mad, they started after this millennium.
See how my terminology changes. I said that's how the Northwest.
Yeah, that's true.
Instead
I
of
know.
Manchester.
Yeah, I know. Right, so going back to it's very flimsy, it's very uncharacteristic. And you ask him, do I see Sean Dyche staying? I do, because I was reading a lot today. He's got the dreaded vote of confidence.
Well,
but who are they going to get in if Sean Dyche is out?
I don't know, but...
Which firefighter are you going to bring in now? Sam Allardyce.
they've had Ancelotti in there.
I'm
just saying.
Ancelotti ran out the first opportunity.
I know he did, but I'm just saying, if you've had Ancelotti
They've had Rafa Benitez in there, Ronald Koeman in there, big names in that club, football club in the last 5 years.
Even in terms of players, they've had some big players.
When
there
Rooney
as well.
came back at the age of 30, he
There
wasn't
you
really
go.
that old. And
So
he
they are
decent.
still an attractive club. They've got the money. They're a Premier League club. Of course they can attract someone. Why can't they attract someone?
No, but I'm saying who those sub like.
From what it looks like, they might need to freshen up again. If they carry on like this, just say, all right, let me pose another question to you. They lose the next 3 games on top of these 4. So they lose their first 7 Premier League games in a row with a mud minus. Are you keeping Daesh?
No, you wouldn't then.
You wouldn't, would you? And then any team can be 1 result, 2 results off that. Like now with Ten Hag, we won't go into it now, but it's 1 result. That's all it takes now. 3-0, whatever. Everyone's on his dirty again. It's true, innit? Not everyone, but there's a few people.
We're gonna get to it, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think personally, Everton need a full revamp, mate, because this is 4 seasons. If they carry on like this is 4 seasons.
But it wasn't this supposed to be the Sean Dyche season, as in, that's what I'm saying. This is the first full season, pre-season he got, because he only came in last season to save them. So who else is the same? I know you're saying rip up and start again, but you're ripping you up again and starting again. So Everton are in a really funny, tricky situation right now, and that's why I'm saying probably stick with Sean Dyche, see it out up to the 15th game of the season at least, see where you are, and then make a decision. That's my opinion. And you asked me. The filler results, we've seen Crystal Palace draw 2-2 against Leicester City. Mateta continuing his fantastic form from last season.
2 points dropped though for Leicester City.
Yeah, they were.
They've not started good.
They're not.
A lot of people predicted that. I had this nostalgia about me, but I thought, Leicester are back and...
No, they're going to be one of them smaller... No, they're a promoted team who are going to fight for their status.
I don't want to see them be like that, because in a lot of our mid-adulthood now, we've seen Leicester as like a
good club.
A top 8 team.
A top 8 team, a good club, well-run club as well.
They were bigger than Tottenham. They are bigger than Tottenham.
They are bigger than Tottenham. Jamie Vardy told him.
Sorry, I've missed Leicester out in that top 8 thingy. So they're bigger than,
Yeah, so there, and then you've got... The other result was West Ham that you said you didn't even catch anything of against Fulham.
No.
Two really
all I can say about that is Fulham have done well with the signing of Smith Rowe. He's produced again. It was him that assisted, wasn't it? So that's a very good signing there. Watch out for him. I think he's going to be a starting out player in the Premier League this year. He's got a point to prove. He was good at Arsenal when he first came through. And I think he's going to shine at Fulham. They've got a good team. They might have lost Polini and whoever, and that defender, what's his name, to Chelsea?
Who?
Tosin.
Yeah.
So they might have lost...
You lot winning it, Tosin Adebayo.
That was just whispers.
Fleeting links.
Chinese whispers, man.
There's always Chinese whispers with Manchester United when the player goes somewhere else.
We knew who our targets were this year.
No, that's fair, yeah.
We properly knew this year, didn't we?
Fair play, yeah.
It was like the first summer where we looked at United and we were like, wow. But anyway...
Right, Erling Haaland. Moving on, right? So,
Animal.
What a player.
Animal.
Is he the best player in Europe right now?
Yeah.
Big argument about, obviously you've seen at the TikTok lives, we're getting asked it a lot, especially, Haaland and Mbappe. For me, we've always said it, as a footballer, always, I'm going to side with Mbappe and lean towards there. However, this guy is making massive improvements in his game. You can see it in the link-up, you can see him tracking back, you can see the hunger in him. What a fantastic,
I think Haaland's
fantastic individual.
I think right now in football, Haaland is the better player, and hear me out, whatever he's done so far for City, it's been near perfection. And we always say he's barely involved in the game, but does he need to be? If you've got 9 goals in 4 games, do you need to be involved?
I think he's got...
That's disgusting. It is
99 overall for City in 100. He's one off his 100th goal, and he's going to be the quickest player to reach 100 goals for any club ever in the history of football.
A lot of people are saying like, bro, this guy's on cheat mode, man. Like, you need to delete this guy.
Listen, Cristiano Ronaldo at Real Madrid. We talk about always. Wait.
It's a madness.
We thought we'd never see anyone at any club do the PlayStation numbers. I've just told you, he's breaking Ronaldo's record of reaching 100 goals quickest for any club ever, anywhere. At this age, Ronaldo and Messi were not putting up these numbers. No. I don't think even Gerd Muller was putting up these numbers. No one in the history of football by the age of 25 or 24 was putting up the numbers Erling Haaland is putting up.
He's a ruthless finisher, and you can see it in his mentality. The way he speaks and the way he even walks, and even see him miss sitters sometimes, and do you see his reaction?
Yeah. He forgets about it. He wants to go on to the next one. Yeah, on to the next one.
And if it was someone else,
yeah.
He's just literally, he's got a big smirk on his face, and he'll just be like...
Another thing, he knows that he's going to get another chance, obviously, the team that he's in. So you're right, the mentalities.
Every finish he's had has been exquisite so far.
Fantastic.
And he's doing things that we didn't think that he could do. His shooting looks better. His first time shot looks better.
You see that second goal, bro? He made Pinnock look like he's in school.
Yes. And he just waited for him. And his link-up play looks better. And I think he's got that Ronaldo... I'm not saying he's
the hunger,
but he's got that Ronaldo mentality where anything that he's not good at, he's been working on it.
Oh, 100%.
Without a doubt. And you got to remember, Norway are not a big international
no.
team, and they got knocked out. Did they even?
No, they didn't make it
They
to the
didn't.
Euros.
Sorry, they didn't even make it to the Euros. My bad.
Surprising, man.
So he's had a full summer off.
Yes, yeah.
So when you give a Terminator like him a full summer
And then
off,
they pumped him up by Kukure saying, I'm coming for you. And that.
I already said to you, this guy's gonna body these lot.
Well, no, like,
You know what I mean?
So for you, Sub, right now, Erling Haaland is Europe's best footballer. Yeah?
Didi was Europe's best footballer the year before, man. He got robbed it. Let's be honest. Let's be real.
No, but then I'm
Let's
saying,
be real.
no, I don't think he was as good last season.
No,
as a
it wasn't.
footballer.
No, he wasn't.
So
He
that,
wasn't. But he was still, in my eyes, and probably in 70 to 80% of the world,
Yeah,
taking your
yeah.
Messi hat off, taking your Messi bias out.
why do you always say that to me now?
I'm not saying it to you. I'm saying
Okay.
to the
I don't know if
people.
there is any Messi bias. You always say it to me. That's what I'm saying. I'm the one that shows it the most.
Haaland's been the best player or forward minimum in Europe for the last 3 years, 2 to 3 years.
North London derby, Sub. Oh, no, carry on. Sorry.
And
I didn't know
I
you were gonna
just
finish.
think he's going to get better. I don't know if he's going to get better with numbers, but better as in his all-round game,
Attributes
which
and
I
as a
have,
footballer.
I have, and you have criticised.
That's why I'm giving him the flowers and the credit.
So, yeah.
Arsenal, North London derby.
Cousins.
I've been saying it all season. Mikel Arteta, you've been saying it all season. What bunker is he creating? We've seen what bunker he's created. Today, the low block, peak Mourinho. You said he didn't catch the game. Brother, I fell asleep after the Gabriel
Wins
scored.
games.
Defense wins championships, right? And honestly, Julian Timber, shout out to you. Fantastic performance. And Gabriel. Saliba looked a bit shaky. Ben White was completely sleeping. Yeah, Son turned into Sonalino today. He was chilling on the ball, doing his little tricks and because Ben White was asleep. But Arsenal, without Declan Rice, without Martin Odegaard, showing that steal once again. Obviously, the same questions are going to be asked of them, but it's the big game. We just spoke about City. They swept Tottenham aside, right? Can they do it at the Etihad next season? Next week on
Next
Sunday.
week. Well, that's the big question because
Is a draw enough?
they didn't win last year. They drew there, didn't they?
Is it enough, Sub?
No. And it was proven last year. Everyone can point to the Villa game, but them freak results at home happen. And Villa were a top team last year. They could beat anyone and everyone if they wanted. So for me, the guys who you can't take the title off, you need to take points off them.
I agree with
It's
you
as simple as
wholeheartedly.
that. It's as simple as that.
Is the marker.
You need to put it on them, and there's nothing to lose really. Don't go in there thinking, oh, we need to defend it out and make sure. Obviously, have your wits about you, and they will do because they've shown that they are good defensively. They were the best team in the league defensively last year, and I believe they'll be again this year. And I think they've got, if not the best, one of the best defenses in Europe, without a doubt. So, attack City. Don't be scared. Go at them.
I agree.
If you want to win it this year, show you've got some balls. The way Troy Deeney questioned them 10, 15, whatever many years ago it was, have they got the cojones? Show it now. This team, and I believe this team has got the cojones. And City, as good as Haaland looks, defensively, they're still not there. They're still not there.
They can be got.
We got at them in the Community Shield.
Yeah. No, 100%. And I think whenever Arsenal play against them, they don't have that same thing. Like United throw caution to the wind because I think it was the derby a lot of the time. You need to do it. You
don't want to get whacked.
As well,
they're that type of team at the moment. In the last few years, we get once one goes in, it can be 2 or 3. It can just we can have a decent game and then boom, that's it. 1, 2. Arsenal, they're not going to crumble because they've shown the resilience defensively, especially. So go away to City. Keep your little bunker there, but then send 4 tricksters up front. Saka, Trossard, Martinelli, whoever it is.
I wouldn't start Martinelli after today, mate. That guy's finished for me.
Whoever it is, yeah.
Sterling's there now. Put him in. He's got the hunger against his former club. Point to prove.
Might have a point to prove.
You know what I mean? Do you know who else looked good as well? I want to end Arsenal here. Ethan Nwaneri came on today. Really good. The young lad that became the youngest ever Premier League player 2 seasons ago. Last season we didn't really see much of him. Came on today. Good touches in the middle. Nice. Great block at the end of Sonaldo as well, to be fair. Good. Shout out to him. But wholeheartedly, so I agree with you, man. 100%. Arsenal need to lay down the marker. It's all about them. He has nothing to do with City. This game's all about Arsenal.
For me, if they go there and win, it's massive. But if they go there
carry on, I'm just going to see
and deal with them, if they go there and deal with them, then it's a statement. And Arsenal want to be in that type of position, where they lay a marker down.
This is what I'm saying.
Marker.
The gauntlet needs to be laid.
Go there and just swipe them.
Do you know what it is?
And it needs to be. Listen, it's not impossible. Like I said to you in a few pods ago,
Leeds have been there.
They
Brentford have been there.
They need to
United
strike
have
the
been
fear
there.
that Liverpool used to.
There's been
Yeah?
many
And
teams.
that's the credit we need to give to Liverpool, right? Jurgen Klopp's early, and I used to always say this, no one's put Pep on the back foot since Mourinho's time like Jurgen Klopp's early. And that's why I criticise Klopp for not winning more than one league, because he had Pep's and City's number. When they went to the Etihad, these men used to attack like no man's business, flying forward.
I think the thing is, yeah, though, with Jurgen Klopp, their team did challenge, but at the same time they were inconsistent.
And the defence was
because
the
they'd always
league,
have off. They'd always have off years.
So what I'm saying is, but the Arsenal need to adopt the fearlessness that Liverpool used to show when going to the Etihad. Maybe Liverpool get it maybe from knowing that later on in the season, or if you get them in Europe, they're going to come to Anfield.
I think it's not even just
You know what I
that.
mean?
Liverpool knew that they were good counter-attackers as well.
And there's that famous clip that came out of Pep saying, I'm scared of these three.
Arsenal, I don't know, they're decent counter-attackers.
They're not as good as them
They're
three
not
though.
as good as, obviously not.
That's what I'm saying. Them three were up there with the greatest in Premier League history, 100%. Firmino,
But
Salah and
obviously
Mane.
they claim that their trio was the best. It wasn't the best trio in
it's
Premier League.
up there.
It's up there, but it wasn't
Top
the best.
5. Best trio in Premier League history. Tevez, Rooney and Ronaldo for me, or 08 or 09, it has to be.
Yeah.
Or 7 or 8, sorry. It has to be that trio for me. I mean, the way they worked in tandem, some of the goals, fantastic
Winners.
football. Yeah, double winners as
Should have
well.
been
Yeah.
treble.
Well, Tevez obviously. Tevez left in it.
No.
You mean you're on about that?
It was easy.
I'm on about in the tail.
That's an easy win for us.
That was Thomas Kuszczak.
We missed out on a treble because of
Yeah,
that.
Kuszczak got sent off, didn't he? And then Ferdinand goes in there.
went in
And
net, man.
you're not saving Sully Well, he went the right way, but he's never going to save him. Montari absolutely thrown that one into the bottom corner, man.
Still upsets me that. We actually would have got a treble.